Ms. Bell?
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here today in the state of Ohio versus Michael B. Brown, case number 25CR876. The defendant is present counsel Michael Goldberg, and we're here today for an intervention in lieu hearing. It's the state's understanding the defendant is going to withdraw his previously entered pleas of not guilty and enter guilty pleas to the 5 counts in the indictment. Count 1 being improperly handling firearms and motor vehicle. Count 2 being the same, both felonies of the 4th degree. Count 3 being carrying concealed weapons. Count 4 also being carrying concealed weapons, both felonies of the 4th degree. And then finally, count 5 being aggravated possession of drugs, a felony in the 5th degree, all those with attached forfeiture specifications. If those pleas are forthcoming and accepted by the court, the state, well, I guess we're here for intervention. That motion has been filed by the defense, and the defendant has 11 days of jail time credit. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Goldberg?
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, we've received full discovery in this matter, and we are ready to proceed with a knowing and voluntary plea. My client did submit to the intervention in lieu interview and assessment. It's my understanding that the assessment does recommend that remedy and that disposition of this case. So we are prepared to proceed, Your Honor, and that at the conclusion of the plea hearing, I'd ask to be heard on reinstatement of bail or release.
All right, do you want to address the motion for intervention itself?
Yes, Your Honor. Clearly, my client has a problem. His interview did reveal some childhood trauma that he has dealt with. He self-medicated with marijuana. At some point, he had a marijuana card, which was, I think, the doctor's way of just leaving him to his own devices. I think that his dependency, his psychological dependency on marijuana is a big factor in this offense, and that I think he will be a much more productive citizen and be much more successful in his life if he can get over this dependency. I will offer to the court that 8 days in jail, in the county jail that he just spent, has been very significant in waking him up to what he could expect. And I mean, there was another crime here. There was the firearms, which he is, not permitted to possess at his age, if nothing else. And I think that it was a cold slap in the face to him to wake up and see he's in jail, and this is a place that he could choose to be or not to be. So I think with the resources available to him through the Lake County Probation Office and the drug and alcohol treatment programs that are available, I believe he will make the best effort to be successful. I don't know what the end result's going to be, but I know that he's highly motivated at this point. I know he's got very strong family support. His mother's in the courtroom here today, along with other members of his family. He's only 20 years old, 18 years old, Your Honor, and I think he can learn from what occurred here, and especially spending that time in the county jail was, I'm sure, shocking to him. So we would ask the court to grant him intervention in lieu, and he does understand that he's pleading guilty here, if that's the case, either way. And if he were to violate, then the court would maintain the jurisdiction to be able to bring him in here and sentence him. And he's looking at up to 84 months in jail and in prison and $22,500 in fine. So he's got great motivation to go with the opportunity, and we'd ask you to impose that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Tell me why I should grant this motion.
This was a huge, eye-opening experience for me. I was living not the life that God wants me to. I was going down the wrong path. But since this has all happened, I've done everything I can in the outside world.
Well, you haven't, because you're still smoking pot.
Correct, other than that. And I never realized this was a great eye-opener. I didn't realize how big of an addiction. Like, I would never thought I had an addiction, but it's definitely one of my big problems I need to get through. I would love to receive help for it. I just want to continue. I'm trying to do the right thing in life, work, further my education. I recently just got into my own apartment. I'm trying to just It's just me, my girlfriend, my dog. I work every day. I've had a job since I was 14. I have no problem putting in the work. That nothing comes without work in life, and I realize that. And I just want to continue doing the right path in life. I'm willing to comply with any matters that the courts want.
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to witness a courtroom moment where an 18-year-old stands one step away from losing his future. Prosecutors lay out firearm and drug charges carrying up to 84 months in prison, while the defense argues this teenager is battling addiction, trauma, and bad choices rather than criminal intent. The tension rises when the judge demands answers directly from the defendant, forcing him to explain why he deserves one last chance before prison becomes reality.
If you guys, whatever you guys want, I'm here. I turn myself in. I don't want to run from this.
Well, you shouldn't necessarily be worrying about complying with court orders. You should worry about doing what you're supposed to do.
Yes,
to
sir.
live the right way. Then the court orders will take care of themselves.
Correct.
Now, tell me where you were going that day.
I was going back to my house.
Okay, where were you when all this happened?
Willoughby Hills.
What were you doing in Willoughby Hills?
I was just over there. I was smoking. I was just chilling.
Okay, you're from Geneva. What are you doing in Willoughby Hills?
I work out this way. I work out this way. I lived in, at the time of this cured, I stayed in Euclid at the time.
Who are you talking to in the parking lot of Willoughby Hills?
That was my friend.
Who?
His name Braylon.
Braylon who?
Thompson.
Okay, what were you doing with Braylon Thompson that day?
We were just hanging out, talking.
This was like 2 in the afternoon, right?
Yes, sir.
You weren't working that day?
No, sir. I always have Mondays off.
All right. So when you saw the police officer, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then when he was out of sight, you turned on the Chardon Road and went toward Richmond Heights, right?
Yes, sir. I went to the bank. That Chase right there.
Okay. What were those guns doing in your car?
Honestly,
See, you understand something, okay? Now, when you're asking me to grant your motion for intervention, now is not the time to bullshit me, okay? So what were those guns doing in your car?
they were both mine, Your Honor. The one gun, I was not aware that was in there. I had forgotten about it, but that's no excuse. And I watch the news a lot. I've just been through a lot. I get like, what's the word, like paranoid a lot with the news going on, and it's just for self.
Well, what does your paranoia stem from?
You just never know these days. It's
You never
crazy.
know, especially when you're getting high all the time.
Yeah, and that's probably the lead with the paranoia.
Okay. So you had one under the floor mat of the driver's side and one under the seat of the passenger side.
Yes, sir.
How long have those been there?
The one that was on the driver's side, I had put it in the vehicle with me when I left the house.
And what about the other one?
I had forgotten about it. Probably,
How many other guns do you have besides those two?
it was just those two, Your Honor.
Why didn't you tell the probation? You pretended not to know anything about these guns.
In the moment, I wasn't sure. I told her I wanted to speak to my attorney. I take full responsibility in them. I should have told her right then.
Yeah, you should have.
Yes, sir.
You should have. So what's going to change with you?
Just me sitting in this county and just realization and the reality, and that I honestly feel so much better that I'm just completely sober-minded. I have a good head on my shoulders. I want to continue better in my life. I want to serve God in this world. I have a good purpose, and this is not the route. This is not the life I want. I'm 18. I don't want any felonies. I want to go to college. I want to do better than my parents. I would love to start my own business one day. I have high hopes for myself, and this is just. I might have needed this because I was doing the wrong thing in life, and it's not me.
Where'd you get these guns?
I bought them off Arms List. It's a private dealer. I wasn't too aware of my laws. I know in the state of Ohio you could have guns at 18, but I should have done my research. I wasn't aware that you couldn't have. There's like certain links you can't have pistols as 18. But I just didn't. I wasn't aware of my laws.
Where'd you find Arms List?
Arms List. It's online. You just meet up with private dealers. It's just it's almost like a Facebook marketplace.
The hearing quickly turns intense as the judge begins dissecting the defendant's story piece by piece. Questions about why he was in Willoughby Hills lead to an even more serious discussion about loaded guns hidden inside the car. The defendant admits both weapons belong to him, blaming paranoia and heavy marijuana use for his mindset. But the judge refuses to accept vague excuses, pressing harder as details emerge about private gun deals arranged in parking lots and online meetups.
Where'd you go to get these?
One person I met in a Walmart parking lot, and the other one, they had met me in the back of a bank. It's just it's
Back of a bank?
Yeah, they just wanted to do it like at an area where there's cameras and stuff. It's just like meeting up like if you know like OfferUp, Marketplace.
Nah, I don't go on the garbage can Facebook. So
Yeah, I
know
agree.
nothing
Social
about
media
it.
is not it.
All right, I'm gonna grant your motion for intervention. How old are you?
18.
How far did you go through school?
Last grade, you went
Sophomore. I'm in the process. I was going to Tri-C this summer to get my high school diploma along with the trade. I plan to.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Prior to coming to court, it's a very important question. Have you taken any drugs or alcohol or any prescription medication in the last 48 hours?
No, sir.
Have you ever been diagnosed with or treated for any mental illness?
No, sir.
Did you get a copy of the indictment in this case?
Yes, sir.
So my understanding is you're going to plead guilty to each of these charges. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Before I accept your guilty plea, I need to determine that you know and understand the constitutional rights you'll be waiving, the consequences of your guilty plea, and the maximum penalty I could give you. And I need to be satisfied that your guilty plea is being made freely, knowingly, and voluntarily. I'm going to ask you questions. If you don't understand a question, stop me. If you want to talk to Mr. Goldberg some more, let me know that, and I'll let you talk to him some more. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have a constitutional right to have a trial, either to me or to a jury of 12 Lake County citizens. Do you understand that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, sir.
If you go to a jury trial, all 12 members must agree to a guilty verdict before you can be found guilty. Do you understand that right?
Yes.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, sir.
If you go to trial, the prosecutor will call witnesses to testify against you. Do you understand the prosecutor must prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt for the trial?
Yes.
After the witnesses are done testifying for the prosecutor, you have the constitutional right to have your lawyer cross-examine the witnesses. Do you understand that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, sir.
If you go to trial, you have the right to have witnesses come here and testify for you. Do you understand that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving that right?
Correct.
If those witnesses refuse to come to court, I'll issue an order called a subpoena to make them testify. Do you understand that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
You have the right to testify at trial if you want to. Do you understand that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
You have the constitutional right to not testify at trial if you do not want to. Do you understand that right?
Yes.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, sir.
If you decide not to testify at trial, nobody is permitted to comment on that decision. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you go to trial and you're found guilty, you have the right to appeal the guilty finding. Do you understand that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, sir.
If you file an appeal, you have the constitutional right to have a lawyer represent you in the appeal. Do you understand that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes, sir.
If you could not afford to hire a lawyer, one would be provided at no cost to you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you file an appeal, you're entitled to have a transcript of all the hearings in this case. Do you understand that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving that right?
Yes.
If you could not afford a copy of those transcripts, they'd be given to you at no cost. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you plead guilty today, you will not have the right to appeal the guilty finding. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about any of these rights?
No, sir.
Do you still want to plead guilty to these charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by pleading guilty, you're fully admitting your guilt to the charges?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by pleading guilty to these felonies, you're voluntarily giving up your freedom for whatever period of time I can sentence you to prison, to jail, or to community control.
Yes, sir.
Count 1 is improperly handling firearms in a motor vehicle. It's a felony 4. It carries an 18-month maximum prison sentence and a $5,000 maximum fine. Do you understand?
After the emotional questioning, the courtroom shifts into the formal plea process. The judge decides to grant intervention instead of immediate sentencing, but the pressure only grows from there. One by one, the defendant is forced to acknowledge every constitutional right he is giving up by pleading guilty. The court carefully explains the felony charges, prison exposure, fines, and permanent consequences tied to firearms convictions, making it clear that this decision could shape the rest of his adult life.
Count 2 is also improper handling. It's a felony of the 4th degree with an 18-month maximum prison sentence and a $5,000 maximum fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Count 3 is carrying concealed weapons. It's a felony 4 with an 18-month maximum prison sentence and a $5,000 maximum fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Count 4 is also carrying concealed weapons, a felony 4, 18-month maximum prison sentence, $5,000 maximum fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Count 5 is aggravated possession of drugs. It's a felony 5 with a 12-month maximum prison sentence and a $2,500 maximum fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty to the forfeiture specifications, you're voluntarily giving up those items listed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, I could impose a consecutive sentence upon you. That means one sentence after another for the separate counts. If I did that, you face a maximum prison sentence of 84 months and a maximum fine of $22,500. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about any of these penalties?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if you are convicted here, it would prevent you from owning or possessing a firearm?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if you are convicted and sentenced to prison, that upon your release, you might have to serve a period of post-release control as part of your sentence for up to 2 years under the parole authority?
Yes, sir.
If you are placed on post-release control and violating conditions, the parole authority could send you back to prison for up to 9 months for each violation, up to 1/2 of my sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If the violation were to be a new felony, then you could get an additional consecutive prison sentence for the violation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And if that were to occur, the maximum prison sentence for the violation would be the greater 12 months for the time left under post-release control. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if a prison term is imposed, you are eligible for judicial release?
Yes, sir.
You could be placed on community control for up to 5 years, but if you violate any conditions, I could send you to prison for 84 months. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody promised you I would be lenient on you just because you're pleading guilty today?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you what I will sentence you to in this case?
No, sir.
Do you understand I would not have to follow the sentencing recommendation of either the prosecutor or your lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Have you had enough time to talk to Mr. Goldberg before pleading guilty today?
Yes, sir.
Has he discussed everything about your case and answered all of your questions?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with the advice he has given you?
Yes, sir.
Have you been threatened or coerced in any way to plead guilty today?
No, sir.
Are you freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entering your guilty plea?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Ms. Bell, if this case went to trial, what would the evidence show?
Thank you, Your Honor. Had this matter proceeded to trial, the state would have proven beyond reasonable doubt that on June 9th, 2025, the defendant was driving a vehicle in Willoughby Hills, Lake County, Ohio. He was pulled over by the Willoughby Hills Police Department. As a result of that interaction, the defendant's vehicle was searched. A loaded Ruger LCP Max pistol was found on the driver's side of the vehicle. A Glock 23 pistol was found on the passenger side of the vehicle. Those two firearms were sent to Lake County Crime Lab and confirmed to be operable firearms. Suspected psilocybin mushrooms were also found in that vehicle. Those are sent to Lake County Crime Lab, confirmed to be psilocybin mushrooms, 0.51 grams. And the defendant is 18 years old and not a qualifying adult. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Goldberg, anything to add to those facts?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brown, did you hear what Ms. Bell said? The facts would show if the case went to trial.
Yes, sir.
Are those facts true?
Yes, sir.
What is your plea to count 1, improperly handling firearms in a motor vehicle, a felony 4?
So what is my plea?
What is your plea?
Guilty.
What is your plea to count 2, improperly handling firearms in a motor vehicle, a felony 4?
Guilty.
What is your plea to count 3, carrying concealed weapons, a felony 4?
Guilty.
What is your plea to count 4, carrying concealed weapons, a felony 4?
Guilty.
What is your plea to count 5, aggravated possession of drugs, a felony 5?
Guilty.
What is your plea to each of the forfeiture specifications in counts 1 through 5?
Guilty.
Mr. Goldberg?
The courtroom becomes completely silent as the judge asks the final series of questions before accepting the plea. The defendant confirms nobody threatened or forced him into admitting guilt, while prosecutors outline the evidence waiting for trial. Loaded pistols, concealed weapons, and psilocybin mushrooms discovered during the traffic stop. With every charge read aloud, the reality finally lands. Then, in one of the most critical moments of the hearing, the defendant pleads guilty to every single count against him.
Your Honor, he's executing the written plea of guilty.
Your Honor, I witnessed the defendant sign the written plea of guilty. Mr. Goldberg and I have signed the same.
Do you have work for the landscaping company now?
Yeah, he said, come on.
Snow removal?
Yeah, snow plowing. And a couple more leaf cleanup.
All right, Mr. Brown, is this your signature on the written plea of guilty?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign it voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Do you want me to accept your written plea of guilty?
Yes, sir.
Accept the written plea of guilty. The defendant was present. Mr. Goldberg advised of all of his rights, made a knowing, intelligent, voluntary waiver. He understands the nature of the charge, the consequence of his guilty plea, and the maximum penalty. Finds to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I will accept his plea of guilty and find him guilty of count 1, improperly handling firearms in a motor vehicle, a felony 4, handling specification. Count 2, improper handling of firearms in a motor vehicle, a felony 4, handling specification. Count 3, carrying concealed weapons, a felony 4, and the specification. Count 4, carrying concealed weapons, felony 4, and the specification. And count 5, aggravated possession of drugs, a felony 5, and the specification. I will not enter a plea of the finding of guilty at this time. I'll stay the criminal proceedings. I'm going to place you on an intervention plan for 4 years. If you comply with the plan, then at the end of that period of time, the charges will be dismissed. If you don't comply with the plan, then you'll be brought back in here and you'll be found guilty of these charges. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're going to serve 8 days in the jail with credit for 8. You're to enter into and complete an intensive outpatient drug and alcohol program and follow all recommendations. You're
Yes, sir.
to obtain a mental health evaluation and follow all those recommendations. You're to have no drugs or alcohol, and you'll be screened. You're to obtain and maintain full employment. You're going to complete the decision point program through probation and follow all recommendations. You're to utilize only 1 doctor, 1 dentist, and 1 pharmacy for prescription medication. If you are prescribed medication, you're to take it only as prescribed. And you're going to sign releases for probation and get your records. Pay the cost and supervision. Ms. Knaus, any other terms you think are applicable? You understand the terms, Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any question about the terms?
No, sir.
If you don't comply with the terms, then the state will file a motion to terminate the intervention plan. If I find you violated, I'll terminate.
Instead of sending the teenager directly to prison, the judge offers a strict 4-year intervention plan that could eventually erase the charges if completed successfully. But the warning comes with zero sympathy. The judge makes it painfully clear that another mistake could bring weapons convictions and up to 84 months behind bars. He tells the defendant to stop acting like a kid and take responsibility before the court system becomes his permanent future. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.
Terminated, you face 84 months in prison. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, I've ordered you to complete an intensive outpatient program because it's clear to me, by your own statements, it's clear that you've become dependent on drugs with all this crap in your car and weapons, so you clearly have a drug problem. Now, if you go someplace and they don't recommend you complete an intensive outpatient program, then I'll know you were lying to them about the use of your drugs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So, wherever you go, and this is on you, all right? You're not a kid. You're 18. You're an adult. You need to start acting like an adult. Okay?
Yes, sir.
If you got a drug problem, then handle your drug problem and do what you have to do, so you don't spend the rest of your life running in and out of courtrooms. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Because if you come back here having violated, then you're going to have a big problem. Okay? You're going to have weapons convictions. You face a prison sentence. If you think the 8 days over here were bad, contemplate 84 months in prison. Okay? And then my guess is if you can't get through this plan and handle your business, that you're going to be running in and out of courts for the rest of your adult life, needing the assistance of Mr. Goldberg the entire time. So you figure out how you want to live.
Yes, sir. I don't want that.
Well, then don't do it.
Yes, sir.
Anything else, Ms. Bell?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Goldberg?
Your Honor, I would just ask that the court order Mr. Brown released and reinstate his previous bail.
Well, the bond is released. I'm not gonna keep him on the hook for bond for 4 years while he's doing his plan, so.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Appreciate it.